Cassandra, I'm a riffle on time, and I'm so glad you're here. Today we are doing a VR to the 25 more wacky questions over on Lisa's channel. I love stuff like this. I love getting to know you, and I know that a lot of people enjoy stuff like this too. I think it's like a cool like community connection thing. So I wanted to do that as I was edging my copy of Tarot of the Sweet Twilight that I trimmed. I'm really excited to show you after I'm done what it looks like. I started this video and realized, I was like, oh no, you can probably hear me because I was going. So I'm gonna try to do it quieter, but I thought it would be like something I could do while answering these questions, and we could kind of chat while I'm doing a tedious task, which I love the outcome of these, but doing a mod definitely is one of those tasks that I have to be doing something else. I can't just sit here and like just do that. So I have not actually answered any of these questions yet, so we'll do it, you know, in the moment as always, just kind of I just show up and record and chat with you. So I hope you're down for a real chatty one. The first question is one of those questions. I did look at this as I was starting to record, and I started to answer this before I realized that I was making a lot of noise with this edging. Was what's one fun fact that few people know about you? And this really depends on when you've known me in my life. So I think that like if you weren't on here on TarotTube or haven't like found me on the shop, you wouldn't know I have a tarot shop. So for most of the world, the fact that I have a tarot shop is my fun fact. Like I would use that in other instances, but if you're here, you probably know. So my fun fact, I think, is that I actually almost graduated with a bachelor's in biological sciences. I ended up not being able to financially continue to go to school. I had 2 more years of like lab classes, and if you have been in the universities, you know, like they only are certain semesters, so they had it spaced out. It was gonna be 2 more years, and it was just way too expensive for me at that time. But I was like technically a senior in credit wise, and I was doing like a specialty in environmental sciences, and I had a minor in English, but I ended up graduating with an associate's in my sciences. And I think that's something that now at this point in my life, very few people know that. I also have moved a lot. So when I was younger, probably starting at like 5, I started to move. I lived in South Carolina, like in a couple places in South Carolina. I lived in Georgia, I lived in Indiana, I lived in New York, and then back to Ohio, which is where I was born. And I've lived in quite a few little spots in here in Ohio to end up full circle being back where I started is always like a fun one. A cool like fool to the world journey here. What would you do first if you were invisible for a day? That is an interesting one. What would I do if I were invisible for a day? I would have to go see something like really cool. I don't know what it would be. I would have to think on it. Maybe I would like get on a plane and like travel somewhere, and like that would be a run for the money though if I was only invisible for a day. Maybe it would have to be like a rescue mission or like a save the world kind of mission. Do something like behind the scenes that would help people. That would probably be it. That would definitely be my invisible for a day. Probably want to do something that like I could really impact something bigger than myself. That's kind of the vibe. Okay, are you secretly a superhero or supervillain? Well, I think I've definitely had my villain moments in my life, as I think we all are. I think we don't always make the best choices, or sometimes we feel angry and then we feel a little villainous, but I definitely tend to lean, I mean, if I'm invisible for a day, I want to do something that like helps other people. So I think that's a little superhero-y. Though maybe I'll do some Robin Hood like vibes, like steal from the rich and give to the poor, you know? That's kind of So maybe I'm in the middle. That's the vibe. Okay, there's a zombie apocalypse. What skill will you use to survive it? I think I have my skill really comes from probably just pure trauma, but I am really good at, in a moment that's like usually really panicked and chaotic and whatnot, I'm really good at like moving in those kind of moments. I'm a good delegator. I'm really good at kind of seeing like the bigger picture and like moving things around. So I feel like if I would be really good in the moment, it's like everyone's panicking and no one knows what to do. And I would be able to be like, do this, do that, blah. Everybody together now. I used to work, well, I actually have been working a little back at my old job I used to manage at a pizza place here in Ohio called Donato's. And I have been actually helping out there a little bit. My uncle is about to retire and he just needs some extra help right now. He's about to go have knee surgery and I can't just leave him to be there without my help. So I've been actually helping him out and picking up a little extra money, which is always good, you know, but that's what I do there in the chaos of like customers and pizza and Friday nights, you know. I just float around and I just like float above the world and just like do all the things. What do you want to be in your next life? I am so treeing it. There's two options actually. I would either want to be a tree and just like be peaceful and not have to do anymore. I feel like I've been in a very like do it all kind of like, who you gonna call? Cassie. That's kind of like, that's really the vibe of this lifetime. Next lifetime, I just want to chill. Or I would want to be like a bird and not just like a sweet little songbird. I want to be like a falcon. Like I want to be able to defend myself. Kind of. I don't want to be prey anymore. You won the lottery. Would you keep your job? Why or why not? Well, if I won the lottery, I definitely would not stay at Donato's any longer than my uncle needed help. I would still help him though. I would stay there until he left because I love him and I can't help myself. I can't just say no to people who need help. But I would definitely still do this and I would still do the shop. I don't care if I won the lottery or not. That would just make it so that I could do it in a way that was like less dependent on my financial need of life. I could do probably cooler things and more and faster. I can't support myself from Riffle. I can't take money from Riffle yet. Riffle has to like pour back in itself until I can grow. But I would like to be able to take a salary from Riffle at one day. And I think that I might be able to do that quicker if I had money to like have more decks and like I have the tea and tarot shop. Like I would still do that stuff. Like I do that for like the love of like tarot and the community and like stuff like this. I do this because like I love to be here. It's not like but I have like this, even like having the memberships I'm like trying to use that to like pour back into Riffle so one day I can have the tarot and tea shop. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that makes sense. What fun thing did you do this week? Fun thing I did this week. Unfortunately, I worked a lot this week and I was in the trenches of like Donato's pizza, but this right here, this mod is actually my fun thing for the week. That's what I'm going to choose. I also got to like, when I started the like edging process, me and my son were sitting here like listening to music, just like jamming out. Spotify does like day lists. I don't know if you have Spotify, but it does day list things. And it was like an old throwback playlist for today that it made for me. And it was just like music I listened to in high school and we were like jamming. And he doesn't know anything about like head bobbing or anything like that. He's never seen anyone do it, but like Paramore came on and he was like Yeah, he just felt the vibes. It was funny, but that was like really fun. And then we went on a walk the other day, but we are getting sick again. He is sick, and I can feel the return. So that's not been fun. And I think I posted on the members only Instagram, I got to go with my friend and we went to this like little coffee shop bakery kind of vibe, and I was doing some like journaling and planning for this next month in YouTube, and I find that really fun to spend time with her and to also like journal and plan ahead and stuff like that. I also, who doesn't love like a little coffee like sandwichy date? I think those are lovely. Okay, so how many times did you hit the snooze button before getting up? I can't snooze because my alarm clock is a small child. He's a small child who does not care about sleep. So if it's 6 o'clock in the morning and he wants up, that's when we're getting up. So I wish I could snooze button that sometimes. Good morning or don't talk to me until the coffee starts working. It is definitely a good morning vibe here. I don't drink coffee normally. Like I'll go for coffee dates. I love coffee, but I'm not in a place where I have a coffee machine. I like espresso. So I guess I like espresso more than coffee. And I would definitely say that again with my son, like I just wake up, like I'll sing good morning to him. I have this little good morning song I made up and I'll like sing that. I think I just want to be happy. And like I do enjoy, I drink this like sugar-free caffeine beverage. It's called G Fuel. I don't know. It's, but it's kind of what I do instead of coffee in the morning. Usually I'm not supposed to have caffeine and a lot of sugar, health things, but we have to sneak in the sugar and caffeine. Okay. So what's your favorite thing right now? My favorite thing right now is probably YouTube. I love you guys. I've been having a blast, man. I've been having an absolute blast just like being on here, talking with you guys. The membership's been really cool. Like everybody just like, obviously I only have a couple people, but like everybody introducing themselves and being able to like talk to them and stuff, like that's been really cool. It's like 10 out of 10, my favorite thing right now. Okay. Spider, kill it, run, or panic until a true hero comes and bangs it for you. I'm not a fan of spiders most of the time. There's obviously types of spiders that I know that are cool, and if I know they're cool, then I just like try to, if it's in my house though, it's gotta be away from me. I think spiders are cool until they show their face. So you stay here and you eat the bad bugs, but do not touch me. Okay, that's our rule. Do not touch me. Don't let me see you trying to touch me, and we'll be cool. If I do see you, you gotta go. You gotta go outside, man. Just because then I will not stop thinking about it, and then it's always gonna be like touching me. It's kind of like if someone says spider and then you like imagine it on you, then you can't stop feeling it. You know what I'm saying? So what food could you easily eat every day for the rest of your life? So I have hyperfixations where I will eat the same food every day until I can't. So for like 2 years for breakfast, I ate these little egg omelets that, what is it? Eggland's Best or something, 3 cheese omelets. And that's what I had every single day for like 2 years for breakfast. I am currently on a lunch kick of ramen and grilled cheese. So right now that would be my answer. That's my current like hyperfixation. I can't go. It's not good. It has too much sodium in it and it's probably slowly killing me. What kind of music do you like? I know this is going to be like probably a really lame answer, but literally all kinds. So today I was like listening to some kind of like alternative rock, punky kind of stuff. I was this morning really jamming to like Lion King and Encanto and stuff like that with my son, and like I really enjoy it, so it's not like I don't like it. Last night I was listening to like Led Zeppelin and like Stevie Nicks or Fleetwood Mac, depending on the song, but it's just really, I also love to some good like 90s R&B. Like, I mean, literally everything. I love everything. I don't love all songs, like a whole album or like every song from anyone. I love like a song from like so many though, and it's like a combination right now. What is your, okay, hold on. Pool or beach? I think that to swim, pool. To like go and be at, though, a beach. Like, I think I would rather swim in a pool because it's safe. Or like I would have to be at like a crystal clear beach, which I've never been to, so. But yeah. What life or personal goal are you still working on? The tarot and tea shop. And like, again, I want to make Riffle something that is like able to help support my family. I'm kind of like doing a lot of side hustling to try to make it so that, now mind you, I can't afford to like send my son in to have someone watch him, and nor would I want to. So like, honestly, it's how much I make at my other job is not enough to like send him somewhere full time or for any job because it's really expensive to have someone watch your child. But I think that like I like work part-time here, like on at Donato's. I'm like doing like, I'm reselling stuff. I'm just doing the most to try to try to make it so that I can keep growing Riffle, and Riffle is slowly growing, and that's really beautiful. And then, like I said, I really want to do the tarot and tea or the coffee and tarot shop. We'll find the vibe, but like it's gonna be magic. It's gonna be this cool community space. We'll have like workshops and like full moon ritual nights, and we can have tarot courses there. We can have a tarot reader there, like Thursdays be tarot reading nights. You can come and like get your tarot cards read, and you can buy decks because I'll still have the decks, and I'll have crystals, and I have so many ideas for the shop. I really want to have like also like local artists have like their stuff hanging for sale. Like I want to have like, I know that there's a few people I ran into while I was doing events who do like baking stuff and like stuff like that. I would love to like stock them every day, like fresh, and just giving them another place where they're having, I want it community. I just want everyone to like fuel into each other, and like I want it to be beautiful. I have so many ideas. I'm an ideas person. Okay. Is the glass half full or half empty? Half full. I've lived parts of my life, especially like after my mom died, I definitely lived a lot of years half empty, and I've just like really worked so hard to come to this place where like I just want to be happy, and I genuinely am a happy person. I've worked very, very hard to get here. I try very hard every day to stay here. So it's just, even when I'm screaming into the void, I'm so grateful to be alive. I'm so grateful to have my child. I don't care if I live in a small apartment, and like it's like one of those things is like I'm just so grateful that like I have a roof over my head. I wake up every day to this like amazing little boy who is mine, and he loves me, and I just like, I have love in my life. I have passions. I have so much that I care about and excite me, and I'm here with you, and it's just really cool. And I'm just really, really a grateful person. I'm grateful even to work at my stinky pizza place. So what a beautiful life I can live, even when like the world's burning. I have to have hope that we can do it together, and we can come together, and we can make it stop burning. You know, it's like even when everything's bad, I have hope that we can be bigger than that. You just farted. Own it, apologize, blame the dog. I don't have a dog, but just say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, friends. Oh, the next one, he blamed the dog. Problem is there is no dog. Now what? I can't blame, I don't have a dog. I also, I have a toddler though. Maybe that'll work as the same. Okay. Your smartphone breaks. You can't get it fixed for at least a week. How screwed are you? Oh, that would be really hard because of the shop. I wouldn't be completely out because I do have a computer. I would really struggle though, because a lot of the stuff I do is on my phone, and that would be pretty hard. It's not, a computer is not as portable, and like I work a lot on the go, like with my son. So like I'm replying to emails and stuff, like, and also that's how I like print out your guys's labels, though I probably could figure out how to do it on the computer. It's just, that would be unfortunate, but also kind of peaceful. Aliens just landed. They're friendly. What's the first question you want to ask them? Help us, please. Help us, please. I'm new to Earth. Explain tarot to me in 5 words or less. Reflection of the human experience. Boom. I think that's 5 words. I tried. The need for sleep has been cured. What are you doing for those extra 8 hours? Oh my gosh, so many things. I would be able to do all the tarot things I want. I would be able to read books. I would be able to still like art. I would be hustling, as I always am, to like find more ways to make my dreams come true. So there's text messages, LOL, am I right? Or proper sentences only, please. Okay. So I definitely am a proper sentence. Mostly like I'll do phrases. Like I don't always have like the right punctuation or anything, but I do not abbreviate words a lot. I will do LOL. Like I'll do things that are actually abbreviated, but I'm not going to just like abbreviate random things. And favorite way to spend a day off, you see it here, and say one nice thing about yourself. Boy, do I try hard. I'm a try harder. But thanks for hanging out today. This was fun. I am really excited to watch everybody's, and until next time, I love you.